Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the Stephen Austin Wrestling Toy Figure Show. I'm Steve.
And I'm Austin.
Today we've got a big old bundle of figures to get through. We've got some basics, a battle pack, some older elites, some new elites. So yeah, we'll get straight into it. Our first one is from Basic Series number
135.
And it is
Reggie.
Bought it because we haven't got one and we're trying to get one of every figure that Mattel released. So here's our Reggie figure. Basic Series 135. And who else we got on the back?
Brock Lesnar, Damian Priest, Braun Breaker, Nikki Ash.
Nikki Ash, yeah. So this is the chase figure, and I thought this is the better of the two. I can't remember what the other colour is. It might be a green and pink and who knows what. So we'll get that open in a minute. There's nothing to read on the back of the pack, but yeah, we'll open that and show you what it's like in a minute. This one we have already opened because I wanted to test out the little bits and bobs in the packaging. So this is number
10
of
Championship Showdown.
It's the Hogan and Andre the Giant pack. Apparently this is quite hard to get hold of. The only reason we bought this is for the Andre figure and for the stand. We've got some Ultimate Editions in the cabinet behind, and we like to use the Championship Showdown stands for the figures there, with the Andre coming out in the very near future, and with the Hollywood Hogan. It'd be nice to get those two set on that. We won't be keeping the basic Hogan figure because we just don't need it. And in this series, who else do we get?
Omos and AJ Styles, Bobby Lashley, and The Miz.
Yeah, so there's the back of the packaging. Try not to get the light in it. So yeah, the idea also was to use one of these stands to try and display the AJ Styles Ultimate Edition doing his phenomenal forearm, but it won't work on the stand, so we've just got AJ a different way. But yeah, we'll get those out and we'll have a little look at them as well. Next up, we've got a really old Elite. I can't remember what series this is from. It's not quite written on there. But who is this? Let's see if you can get it first time.
Irwin R. Skystar.
Irwin R. Shyster, also known as IRS. So there's the front of the packaging. Comes with the briefcase, the glasses, shirt and tie, braces look. Picture of him on the side. Got the classic WWF logo there. And on the back, nothing to say, but who else comes in this series?
John Cena, Ravishing Rick Rude.
Ravishing Rick Rude. And Irwin R. Shyster. Quite a short little series. I don't know what that's all about, but yeah, so we'll get Irwin out as well and have a look at him soon. This one we've had on the channel before, but we had to get another one. I'll explain why in a second, but who is it?
Matt Hardy.
From the WrestleMania Elite. So the reason why we picked this one up again is because we had the whole series, which features
Mick Foley, Kofi Kingston, Booker T, and Head.
And Matt Ho. Yep, features all of them. Build a figure set to build the Danny Davis, but somehow we managed to lose the head. And when you look on eBay trying to find just the head, you might as well just buy a whole new figure and get the head. So that's why we bought Matt Hardy, but we'll have another look at him as well. Keeping on the WrestleMania Build-A-Figure theme, we've then picked up
Hollywood Hulk Hogan.
The Hollywood Hulk Hogan. Not going to build the Mean Gene figure with this series because we've already got the flashback Mean Gene Elite, which I thought was better than this one. But in this series, who do we get?
Macho King, Randy Savage, Dusty Rhodes, The Rock, Hollywood Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, there's the back of the box. It's not the best shaped box either. It's kind of been crushed under the weight of all the other figures that we've have stored to the side for the last month or so. So there's Hogan on the side in his NWO shirt and his name down the side there. WrestleMania Elite. There's the price we paid for it. Yeah, so we'll get that out as well. Last four, we've got Elite Series
number 94.
Elite, and who is it?
Edge.
It's Edge. Yep, we picked up Elite Series 94 Edge again. It's someone that we had from one of the other WrestleMania Elite Series, the one where he's got the broken bat from his match against Mick Foley at WrestleMania. But that's just a horrible, horrible figure. So we picked up a better looking Edge to replace that one. So that other one's going to be out the door. So Edge on the side, True Effects, Series 94, and who else is in the pack?
Mace, Nash, Carter, Wesley, Bret Hitman Hart, Stephanie McMahon.
Yeah, so there's the back of the box with all the other people in it. We've actually got quite a few from this series now. We picked up the Edge now. We've got Mace, Nash, Carter, Wesley. We didn't get Bret because we've already got one of the older Brets. And we didn't pick up Stephanie McMahon because we've got one of them already. So yeah, there's Edge. We'll have a look at that in a second. Next up, we got Elite Series
Number 99.
99.
Seth Rollins.
99, Seth Rollins. Great looking figure. The only other Seth that we've got is a older SummerSlam where he's in the red and black sort of Deadpool type gear, and it comes with the Raw Tag Team title. So I thought it was about time to replace it, and this is a pretty good looking Seth Rollins. So yep, Seth Rollins on the side, Elite 99, Elite, True Effects there. There's his picture on the side, and there's everyone on the back. Again, no spiel because of the import. Probably the imports that have the spiel other way around. We never get anything written on the back of our boxes. Then next up, a big figure. What's this?
Series 100.
Series 100.
Andre the Giant.
Series 100, Andre the Giant. This was an eBay pickup because you couldn't get it in stores until recently. Some of them are starting to sneak out onto the shelves in Smiths. So check your Smiths if you're looking for one, you might find one. So there's the Andre the Giant Chase figure. This isn't the Chase one. The Chase one has a light green jacket and pink top, I think, or something like that. But I thought this one was the better looking one and more sensible one. A lot of people are noticing that he's holding a chain in his hand with a cross on it, and don't know why. Well, this is from that segment from when he was about to battle Hulk Hogan, and he grabbed Hulk Hogan's chain and ripped it off of his neck, and it all went downhill for Andre after that. And then they called it the slam that was heard across the world or something like that when Hulk Hogan picked up Andre the Giant at WrestleMania and slammed him down. I'll show it later. Who else comes in the Elite Series 100?
Rey Mysterio, The Rock, Becky Lynch, John Cena, Stunning Steve Austin. Why are they lacking cartoon form?
Because this is Elite Series
100.
So this is the 100th series of Elite figures that Mattel has done. So they tried to make it a special occasion. Not a lot of people are happy with the figures that were picked for Elite 100. I thought it should have been a bit more, I don't know, a bit more significant maybe. But the packaging, I think, is starting to grow on people because it's got that cartoon effect and it's a bit different from all the others. We've got Stunning Steve Austin somewhere here. Where's Stunning Steve? This one. We've got Stunning Steve Austin on our Steve Austin display. And yeah, so every single one of the figures, for the first time in the series, comes with a championship belt.
When did you get Elite Series 100 Stunning Steve Austin?
A little while ago.
I thought you had it for ages.
Yeah, we got the Elite Series 100. Has been out for a while, but Andre the Giant was very hard for us to find, and I managed to get it off of eBay, I think it was in the end. But yeah, every single one of the figures in Elite 100 comes with a title belt, and this is the first time we've got this belt.
Oh, I thought we had it.
No, not got that belt at all. Never had that belt before. I think it was a special belt made just for Andre to make it bigger because he was so much bigger than everyone else. When you gave him the WWF title at that time, it was a lot smaller and it just looked like a kid's belt on an adult. So they made a bigger belt for Andre, I think, to make it look like it was meant to be held by Andre. But yeah, we'll get Andre open, we'll have a look at him. And then the last one is from Elite Series.
101.
And who is it?
Kevin Owens.
No, it's Stone Cold Steve Kevin Owens Austin.
What?
Yeah. Now, this is from last year's WrestleMania where Kevin Owens and Steve Austin had a match, and in the Raw episodes building up to it, Kevin Owens dressed up as Stone Cold Steve Austin, threw on a little bald cap to make himself look like him, and yeah, who won? What? Of course, Stone Cold Steve Austin won. So So yeah, Kevin Owens as Steve Austin. Swappable heads, so we can have him just as a normal Kevin Owens, which was a bonus because we had to update our Kevin Owens, didn't we? I don't even know which one we've got at the moment. Very, very old Kevin Owens.
Oh, it's like one of the first figures I ever got.
Yeah, I think it's one of his first elites with just the white KO written on his top. But yeah, there's his face on the side. And Kevin Owens, True Effects, Elite Series 101. Who else comes in Elite Series 101?
The American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens, John Knoxville, Mr. America, Ricochet, Sonya Deville.
Yeah, there you go. There's the back of it. Again, no spiel. Yeah, so that's what we're going to be opening today and having a look at. And Austin will tell you which ones he likes, which ones have good faces and which ones don't. But we're not going to unbox them all while you sit here and watch that. So we'll pause the video here, get them all unboxed, and then we'll start up again and show you what we got. See you in a minute. Alright, took a little while, but we've managed to get them all unboxed. So many figures we got there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 figures. There were some F-bombs dropped while trying to get certain bits and pieces out of the packaging, especially those extra hands. You get those little bits that are just fiddly and little straps that have got people's boots and arms stuck in the boxes. But yeah, we got through it all. So let's take a close look at the figures out of their packaging. So we'll start with the 135 basic Reggie. There he is in his black shirt, orange trousers.
Yeah.
Orange trousers and white trainers. Not a lot really to say. It's blue collar. Don't know if that's relevant or not. Blue collar. I suppose the work on the hair is quite well detailed. And the face isn't horrible. The detail work on the hair is pretty good. Can't really have any complaints about that. Buckle detail on the belt and gaping pockets on his trousers. You just about see that there. For a basic, it is what it is essentially. But yeah, now we got a Reggie basic, so we can try standing up there. See how well he stands.
Nope.
He's standing. He's not falling. That's good. Right, then we move on to the Series 10 Championship Showdown pack with our Hulk Hogan. I think it's got a bit more maneuverability than a normal basic does. It's got arm swivel at the shoulder, elbow, wrist, knee. Does the knee bend? Not with those knee pads on. It's not going to bend, I don't think. Oh, yeah, bit stiff, but we got one of them moving. Like the other one. Yeah, there we go. And we got ankle bend, boot swivel. Yeah, it's all there. Obviously, you can't do any splits with the basic figures like you can with the elites, most of them. And there we have Hogan, his face there, looking a bit puzzled, as if to say, "Why have you got me out of the packaging? Why would you do that?" No. Yeah, we've had quite a few Hogans this time. Ultimates, elites, battle packs, basics. Have we had any basics recently?
No.
Might be a WrestleMania basic.
Recently.
Can't remember.
There.
Yeah, so Hulk Hogan in his red and yellow. Looks like they've just slapped a bit of, I don't know, hair on there. Can't really see. The light's too bright. But we'll try and get it over here. There we go. But it's like a little cozy just stuck on the top to cover his bald patch. Yeah, there's Hogan. We won't be keeping that one. That one will be going soon. But here we have the Andre from the same battle pack. We didn't have an Andre before this, but we've now got two. One in his wrestling attire in basic format and the Elite 100 in his promo gear. See what I mean here? I don't know if it's extra detail, but Hogan has the arm swivel at the shoulder, but Andre doesn't. It's just one solid piece of plastic for the upper arm. He has got elbow joint, wrist swivel, hip swivel, stomach rotation, knee bend, just about, and boot swivel, but no ankle cut on this one. See how his toes will go up and down?
Yeah.
Alright, Andre doesn't like to do tippy toe anymore. So, face, yeah, it's a pretty good face for Andre. I would recognise him if one just show me just his head. So yeah, I think that's quite good. And his single strap black singlet and black boots. Basic black versus the colourful red and yellow of Hulk Hogan. And this was taken from their WrestleMania 2 or 3 match, I think it is. I can't remember which one. It might say on the packaging that we've thrown across the room. But yeah, Hulk Hogan and Andre Giant. Should put them on the shelf, see how well they stand up. Put Andre at the back because he's taller. And Hogan in front, if you can. Come on, no pressure. Millions and millions of people watching. Not really. Right, so then we move on to the WrestleMania Matt Hart. No, we won't. We'll go on to the Elite Owen R. Shyster first. Age Before Beauty. So here we have IRS. That light is very bright. I don't know if you can see. We'll try and get it as close as we can. No, that's not. It's not. Oh yeah, you might be able to see that little black dot just on his on the chest of his shirt that actually says IRS, his initials. So here we have IRS, who was around in the sort of the 90s era with $1 Million Man. They formed the tag team Money Inc. Typical heels. So we have head rotation, we have arm rotation, bicep swivel, elbow, wrist, and he can do the splits just about. Up, down, backward and forwards. And it's got thigh cut on both legs, knee bend, little ankle rotation, and up and down a little bit. So you might not know this, but Owen R. Shyster is the father, the dad of Bray Wyatt in real life. And you know Bo Dallas? Not really know Bo Dallas. He's also IRS's son. Bo Dallas and Bray Wyatt obviously brothers. So the figure comes with a grey briefcase, nothing in it. I'm sure we can find something to put inside it, and some glasses, black framed glasses.
I already know what to put in here.
The glasses can go in there, can't they? Will the glasses stay on his face? Oh,
jiggle,
yeah.
Jiggle.
Would you recognise him if his glasses weren't on his face? Would you go, oh yeah, that's IRS, that's Owen R. Shyster?
Yes, he looks weird.
So why does it work for Superman? Why does Superman put glasses on him and goes, I don't know who you are, I've never seen you before in my life? I see Clark Kent and go, you look nothing like Superman just because you're wearing some glasses. But yeah, there's IRS with his glasses. Very happy to get that event, finally.
Head.
Let's see if he can hold the case, shall we? Don't see why he shouldn't be able to. Hooks on the fingers. Let's get him.
Now he's a businessman.
Oh, he's dropped his case. There we go. Next up, the WrestleMania Matt Hardy with his pointy finger. We the ones. Day one-ish. What does it say on the back of it?
Blah, 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 blah.
House Hardy says on the back. I've never noticed that before. We've got this figure upstairs in Austin's room, and I've never noticed it had any writing on the back. So yeah, won't spend too long on this, but there's the face and the hair, black and yellow. I'm not quite sure what this is from. It might be. Did he debut in this attire? Well, not debut, but come back to WrestleMania in this attire with Jeff Hardy. I can't remember. But yeah, white and gold attire. Comes with 2 extra hands, another pointy finger for the opposite side, and strap detail around the hands, and the Danny Davis head, which I hope we won't lose again, because I don't want to have to try and find this figure again. Yeah. Right. Let's get Matt on the shelf with the others. There we go. Next up, we'll go to... Oh, that's a loose hand, isn't it? Here we go, Edge with this white coat on, with... What does that say on the back now? Any idea? I don't think it's in English.
Jibba jabba.
Yeah, it's not in English. Something written on the back of his coat. Canadian maple leaf there, with the rated R logo in the middle. Oh, didn't take the tissue off. Got tissue off, protecting from staining on the figure. I'm not sure how white plastic rubber would stain onto white plastic. But anywho. So detail on the tights is pretty good. Very well detailed both sides. Rated R knee pads and...
Be quiet.
Yeah, that's my watch going off there. And then his rock and roll, whatever, hand gesture on his boots. The coat comes apart the sleeves at the shoulder joints. That's something. Let's maybe try. Should we try and take that off? Yeah, take that off. There we go. Then we can see anything on his arms. So we got some tattoo detail on his arms. I thought it went all the way down his arms. Oh well, must be wrong. Much better. Now you can actually move him around. You can see the extra articulation in the elbow joint there, where he can now pretty much touch his chest. Yeah, pretty good face, I reckon. Looks a lot like Edge. Much better than the other WrestleMania Elite that we have of Edge, which looks, I think, a lot more like Test, who was a wrestler back from the Attitude Era. With this figure, as well as the coat, you get 2 other hands, and you also get knee pads if you want to... No, elbow pads, sorry, that you can put on their figure, which we won't bother doing now. Yeah, so I put him up there next to Matt Hardy, his best friend. If you know, you know. Yeah, there's Edge. Yeah. Whose were these? Were these his as well?
These are Matt Hardy's.
Oh, those were Matt Hardy's hands. So these are the hands that comes with Edge. One right hand strapped, another hand not. These are mic holding hands, they're popularly known as. So there's extra hands. Next up, where are we going to go? We're going to go here. We're going to go to Hollywood Hulk Hogan WrestleMania Elite. Comes with the... What do they call this again? Boa. Feathered boa. That's what it's called. A black and white feathered boa. Removable bandana with Hollywood written on the top. Got his black sideburns and goatee with the blonde moustache, handlebar moustache. And I didn't know he noticed that before. He's got this strap around his head. That's probably to keep the bandana on. So we'll get that removed. Get that all off and we can see what's going on under here. Oh, that was fiddly. Let's try and get this plastic strap off. It doesn't want to come off. Where is it connected to? Oh, it's on the front of his head. Okay, there we go. That. So yeah, rippable NWO vest, because that's what Hogan liked to do. Like to rip his clothing. Must have cost him a fortune in clothing bills. Used to rip his shirt open when he was on his way to the ring. You got lightning detail down the side of the tights and his face on the side of his boots. No, he only started doing this once he left WWE and went to WCW. I think he actually had it before he started doing the NWO stuff, but he might not.
What's WCW?
It was a different wrestling company.
What do you want?
Well, WWE owner Vince McMahon bought WCW so that there wouldn't be any major competition for them. So all the WCW wrestlers went over to WWE.
Why did Hulk Hogan leave?
For money, more money. He wanted more money. He wasn't getting booked. He wasn't getting matches or storylines that he wanted in WWE. So he went to WCW, who were prepared to throw loads of money at him. And ultimately, they threw so much money at him that they couldn't afford to pay everyone else. So WCW had to sell. But anyway, Hollywood Hogan with a lightning detail on both sides of his tights and Hollywood written on the back there. As well as the feather boa and the bandana, you also get the Hollywood weight belt and the black and white glasses. It's pretty much the same figure as the Ultimate Edition, but the boots are a different colour.
And they don't. That one doesn't have the black thing.
What?
Glasses.
It's got glasses, yeah. It's got the thing on the top. It's got this.
The black.
Yeah, the Ultimate Edition just has a big white one with a hint of black detail on it, whereas this one is black and white merged. I think it's the Elite 93 or something like that that has a red and yellow version of this. Is pretty much hit when Hogan came back to WWE. He was rocking the red and yellow feather bar. But Hulk Hogan there without the little patch on the top of his head like the Championship Showdown Hogan has on his head. So we'll throw the bandana back on. Now, on the Ultimate Edition, these glasses pop off his head all the time. So much that I hate touching that Ultimate Edition figure. And it looks like this is going to be exactly the same. So we have to move very gently with it so it doesn't fall off. Uh-oh. Didn't position his feet properly.
It's going to fall.
There we go.
Not fall off.
No sudden movements. Right. Now we'll go on to the Seth Rollins figure. This is a very sweet figure, I think.
Yeah, it tastes
the
nice.
Jacket is... So it tastes nice?
Yeah.
Right, okay. I know what you're having for dinner. There's white and black coat. Feel the texture. Look. Ah, so soft. Don't fall asleep. Underneath, we've got the black and gold tights. I like this detail on the boot. This little knee pad bit on the top. Sorry? What on earth? Oh, he said something different then. That's like, where'd you learn that from? But anywho, yeah, good detail on the boots. Normal elite articulation, no surprises. And it's a pretty good face. Yeah, I think this is a big improvement on the SummerSlam Elite that we had. Yeah, Seth Rollins. There we go, there. Next up, we'll save Andre till last, shall we? Because he's the big figure.
The big boy.
We'll go with the Kevin Owens. What?
We didn't save Andre.
We did an Andre already, yeah. Very smart. So there we have Kevin Owens pretending to be Steve Austin. Tattoo detail on his arms. And Steve Austin t-shirt. Fight on his shorts. Never a lot of detail on Kevin Owens figures. They are pretty much the modern Steve Austin figures who, if you know, and you can tell by the collection on the shelf behind me, that it's all black for Stone Cold.
Except that one. And that one.
And underneath the Steve Austin t-shirt, you have the Austin Owens WrestleMania, KO Mania 6 vest. 316 written on the back. And the head is swappable. So let's try and do that now. There you go. Pops off. Show you the heads up close.
Headless.
There we go. I've seen a few people with this head complaining about the eyes not looking right. Looks like he's half asleep.
He's like this.
Looks like he's bored out of his mind.
He's like this.
So let's see how easy that pops on. Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
An horse.
Kevin Owens.
Horseshoe.
All that tattoo detail. And again, double jointed elbows means he can rub his tummy. Normal articulation on the legs. Feels quite good. Shoulders a bit stiff there. And what about the... Hasn't really... Oh, you can bend at the hip, but not at the stomach. Because this vest just gets in the way. Good old rubber goods. So that's Kevin. Nearly made Hogan fall.
Kevin, nearly made it though.
Oh, his foot is up in the air. Come on, we can do it. We can do it.
Yeah,
there we go. Right. Last of all is the Andre the Giant figure. Let's start with what it comes with. Let's start with the hands first. Now, if you look at the hands for Andre the Giant,
they're massive.
They're much bigger than the normal size hands. If we, for example, take this Kevin Owens hand and then we hold up this hand, well, you can't really see the difference because his hand's open. We don't have any other fisted hands, but we have got... No, that's not a fisted hand, that's a holding hand. Where's the point up? Let's use this one. We have the pointing hand of Matt Hardy. Was it Matt Hardy? Yeah, Matt Hardy. And we have the pointed hand of Andre. Now you can see it's a difference. It's not the biggest difference in the world, but it is a difference. Yeah. Okay, put your hand up against it as well. See, Andre the Giant's hand is nearly as big as your hand.
I can throw that up.
No, I know what you'll do with this. You'll go, oh, I've got to get the body out my nose. So yeah, there's the hands that come with Andre. Then we've got this gold chain that I mentioned before, where he ripped it from around Hulk Hogan's neck, and Hogan was like, "What? Can't believe you just ripped my chain off. You haven't laughed, mate." And then they end up having the fight at the main event of WrestleMania. Yeah. A lot of detail on such a little piece. And then we have this belt. Like I said, I think it was especially made for Andre because the other ones look so small on him. I don't think anyone else had this belt, even when he sold it. Yeah, he sold it to the $1 Million Man, and then WWF said, "No, you're not allowed to do that." And, oh, let's get a wagging finger. No, you're not allowed to do that. Oh, no.
Wait, so Andre the Giant still got the money?
Andre the Giant took the money and ran, yeah. But then they had a tournament to try and crown a new champion. And then I think you had Macho Man and Ted DiBiase in the main event, and Macho Man won. And he became champion. But yeah, there's the belt. What kind of detail we got on this? I got an American flag there, a Mexican flag, got a Union Jack, and an Australian flag. There's the British UK flag. There's the Australian flag. You can make out the stars and the Union Jack in the corner. Then over here you got the America flag, and then you got the Mexico one. I'm guessing it's Mexico because it's got 3 panels and then sort of a circle design in the middle. And off the top of my head, I can only think it's Mexico. And the belt has kind of a blue shade to it, doesn't it?
Blue.
Kind of a bluey black colour. Very nice belt. But let's have a look at Andre. Feel the weight of that. Feels heavier than the normal figure, doesn't it? You actually think, yeah, that's a giant figure I'm holding in my hand.
It's a weight.
Okay, Mr. Muscle loves the jobs you hate. Okay. There we go. I saw someone review this yesterday on YouTube. Jim Boy, sorry, I can't remember what his channel is called, but Jim Boy does his wrestling figures as well.
Jimmy Boy.
He was complaining about the gap between the coat, shoulder, and the body of the coat, that you can see his shirt through it. It is a bit annoying that you can see that. I mean, no one's ever going to take this coat off, so why they didn't just colour in the pink part of the shirt to match the coat in that little gap? I don't know.
Wait, can you take it off?
If you really want,
then
yeah.
isn't he just going to have weird arms?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You wouldn't take it off, would you? Because you'd have weird arms. I mean, you've got weird arms, but you take your jackets off all the time. Yeah, so I also saw someone swap out. It was My Damn Toys. He swapped out the shoes for another figure's boots because he said that the shoes look a bit small for someone so big. He's a really big man with really small feet.
Why did he then? What other shoes did he use?
I can't remember the figure that he took the boots from. It might have been an Undertaker figure, maybe.
Undertaker's feet.
It was from an Undertaker Elite that he wasn't using anymore, so he just took the feet off and popped these on. We won't be doing that. But yeah, so back to Andre. We've got the checkered plaid type coat, big old hands that we've discussed already, pink shirt underneath, blue trousers with a bit of buckle detail, and the black shoes. And it feels like a paperweight in your hand. Let's have a look at the faces compared to the basic one. How similar are they? The basic one has a much bigger head, it looks like. It's a lot longer, isn't it? And wider. Massive. But hopefully they will release a Elite Andre again in wrestling attire. They've not done one for a little while, but there has been quite a few Andres released. I think Super 7 have released 2, one in the yellow pants and one in the black singlet. And then there's a WrestleMania basic in the yellow pants as well. But no, very happy to get hold of this one. Very popular figure, and I can see why. But which one was your favourite one, Austin?
That one.
What one?
That one.
What? Kevin Owens one? Or the Seth Rollins?
Seth Rollins.
What?
Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins, yeah, Seth Rollins is a good figure. Let's get him up there. Yeah, so that's everyone that we've had waiting to unbox and open and share with you all. Normally I'd hit Austin over the head with one of the boxes or all the boxes. That's just the thing we do. But all the boxes are all the way across the room, so we're not going to do that today. So instead... Oh no, he's in with the belt! Oh, that should be a disqualification. Perfect way to end our show, I think. So, anything further to add?
No.
No. Okay. Thanks for watching, guys, girls. If you liked what you see, then give us a like. If you haven't subscribed already, then subscribe. Hit the bell for all notifications. And what's the other thing? You can't comment because it's a video with kids. So just the like button. That'd be greatly appreciated. And we'll see you on the next episode. Say bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.